So, welcome everyone to the first 100 Million Possibilities show. And I'm gonna wait. Okay, I'm on live on. Okay, I failed to go live. Okay, I'm gonna deal with this later. I wanted to go live on Instagram as well, but I don't know if I will be able to do that. Okay, so today I want to talk about starting where you are. It's what usually like last year has been like really interesting year, and lots of people has to start over and start like end things that kind of worked before pandemic thing, and they had to start something new. And maybe like for example, one of my friends, she was let go from her job where she was working for 20 years, and she actually really loved doing that. And she always had been employed by someone else, and then she didn't realize that without the job she has nothing else to do. She has to go work things that she didn't really like. And this was kind of big year for her. She had to start her own business. And she has started her own business. And I remember when I started my first business. Just a short background. I help with backend support for different online businesses, and most of my clients are personal development coaches, spirituality coaches, and more specifically, those are access consciousness facilitators. But if you are not familiar with access consciousness and the way it works, then you would know what that is. So let's simplify and say it's like personal development coaches. And when I started, I didn't know I wanted to do that. So where did I start? I started at the point where I was at the moment. And lots of people don't realize that they don't need, unless you, I don't know, unless you want to build airplanes or, I don't know, become a, I don't know, house builder or something, build the houses, you don't really need big money like in right now. You just need to start where you are. Like, pull all your resources together, make a list of all the things you have, list of the things you like to do, list of the things you can do. Like, for example, when I started, I actually I knew I wanted to work online. That was like one part, because I was living, I'm still living, I live in the middle of nowhere, like in a forest. At the time I was living in the middle of nowhere, just in the different location. I was living with my parents at the time, but now I have my own house. And so basically, only thing I knew, I wanted to work online. That was my only kind of rule from what I wanted to do next. Because I was working online before that for 2.5 years, and I didn't have to. I actually chose to quit it because I absolutely hated doing that. First of all, pay was really low, and I had to work long hours. I basically had to do like 40 hours a week, which kind of doesn't sound a lot, but it was like working by computer those 40 hours. That didn't include breaks or anything like it is in a normal job, like 9 to 5 job. You have a breaks, you can go get a coffee, you can stretch your legs. For me, it was 40 hours a week working, sitting literally by computer. And I hated it. And the pay, and again, pay was low. So my kind of option, like my two rules maybe three rules. Three rules. I want to work online. I want to have more money coming in, and I want to work less hours. So what I did, I make a list of all the things that I know how to do online. I knew how to create a WordPress website. I knew how to make a graphics. I knew how to do audio editing. I knew how to, I don't know, create a Facebook event. So basically, yeah, I made a list of everything I knew how to do it, like online. And I gave the same task to my friend who lost the job. I think it was about 9 months ago. She lost her job. Even though she really loved it, there was no, at the time, there was no option for her to do the same job in the location, because she lives in like a small town with less than 10,000 people, and there is only one place where she basically worked in like a photo salon where they print pictures, they take pictures, they do everything around the pictures, like photos and stuff. And that was the only place in that little town where she was doing it. So I basically gave her the same job. I actually told her to write like a list of 100 things she could do to earn money right away. And what happened, she only put down like 2 things. And from those 2 things, she actually started to kind of build up. Because that's what I did. The next thing after the list, I created, at the time, like my situation was, I was working a part-time job, and after I quit that online job, I took a part-time job in my local town, the same town my friend lives. And it was part-time job selling windows in a local shopping mall. And I was earning literally 190 euros a month for that. So, but I did have a lot of time on my hands, so I actually started to make all those lists and working with different other tools that I'm gonna share in different videos. Because the plan is like to do 2 videos a week on this channel, like a longer videos where I talk about the topic. Like today is about starting where you are, and do the daily videos of maybe not daily. I will see how it goes. Like 5 to 10 minutes videos where I share tools that I use to create my own life, to create life that I actually like to have, and make your life easier. Just because you create life that you really like to have, it doesn't mean that it's easy. Sometimes it comes through. There is still struggles, but those struggles are so much easier. So that's going to be like a daily or maybe every other day thing on this channel. And so basically, that's what I did. I made a list. I created a really simple, because I didn't have, like, for 190 euros, you can't really do much in a sense of decent website. So I created a free WordPress website. It's just basically one stacked page where I put my contact info. I put my fees. At the time, I think it was 11 euros an hour. It's kind of worked out around $15 an hour. And I put all the list, all the things I can do online on that list, on that website, on the free website. And then I basically posted that website everywhere on the Facebook. I posted it on my personal profile, and at the time, because I was working with like a thing called Access Consciousness, and I'm still working in. But I was familiar. They have lots of like groups where you can post stuff. and they had one group where you can share information if you are offering like different services like graphic creation, page creation, because their businesses are primarily online with occasional live classes. And so basically I posted my info there on that on that in that Facebook group. And I think both of my first clients actually came from just that group. And so basically my business was set because I actually, those two first clients became my pretty much full-time clients because they offered a lot of hours. Each of them, I think, had at least 10 to 20 hours a week, like it depending on how much work is left. With first of them, one of them I worked for 6 months, and with the other one I worked just over a year. But this is where I started. I basically started where I was at the time. I created a list of things I know I can do, like right now. I put the fee like what I wanted to create. It wasn't like what I am like. It isn't. It wasn't what I'm like earning now and what I wanted to earn like in a perfect world, but it was where I wanted to start, where I wanted to like gain experience, like gain experience, and yeah, that sort of thing. And this is where as well my friend started. She basically started with creating like a personalized gift on different celebrations, like I don't think it was a, like for example, what was the first one she did? Oh yeah, she was like starting with like Christmas, but she started earlier than December because Christmas gifts are usually planned in advance. So she basically started to create personalized calendars with your pictures, like you send in pictures of the person. Like for example, when she made a kind of sample for me, basically she asked me like for my pictures, or basically she just pulled them from my Facebook with all my cats. I have two cats. And so that's what she did. She started, and I think she did a lot of calendars over the like. She didn't. That was her kind of her main income for the couple months when she was like creating those calendars. And then came like Valentine's Day. She created like a chocolate boxes with personalized chocolate covers, and like she even wrapped each in individual, like the mini chocolates, like that looks like really like that. She actually made like a wrapper, individualized wrappers for that kind of chocolates. And people started to kind of notice her and offering more and more. And now for like 8th of March is like really big thing in Latvia, like because when we were in Soviet Union we used to celebrate 8th of March, International Women's Day, a lot. It was more like a Valentine's Day. It was way bigger, and it still is way bigger. And we, like, a man usually gives us like tulips and roses and all sorts of like spring flowers. So that's where, like, now people know when they need like personalized gift for birthdays, for different celebrations, they know where to go there. And now she's actually working towards creating her own Photoshop. Like a photo salon. I'm gonna call it photo salon because it sounds like really nice. So yeah, is where like if you have nothing going on at the moment and you are having like all those big dreams and you wanna kind of I don't know, as I said, unless you want to build an airplane, with pretty much all businesses where you can start where you are. And even like in relationship, if you're not in relationship, you start where you are at the moment. What are your like resources? Join online dating site. Put out. I'm a single at the moment, but I'm working on different stuff at the moment, like energetically trying to clear all the blocks and things like that when it comes to relationship. But I remember I once got a boyfriend just by changing status of my on my Facebook profile. I just put I'm single, even though I was single for a while, but that information wasn't shown on my profile. So I actually changed. Um, I changed settings, and I changed settings to that I'm single, and somebody contacted me like, "Oh, sorry, you're single" or something like that. And we actually were together for 10 months after that. So you never know. And so where else can you start is put it out there energetically, because I'm 110% sure that there are people out there who are looking for your services, who are looking for whatever you have to offer. And even it's like basically energetically connect to those people. I remember like when I started the job before I started my business, I worked for 2.5 years for an online company. Uh, and At the time, I didn't have anything going on. I was recently back from UK, where I lived and worked for 10 years. And I only things that job-wise was available was working in a local petrol station or something like that. And so what I did, I think another option, my only option was to work online. So basically I registered for all the possible online job sites. And I remember I was walking once home, not home. Yeah, I was walking home from town because I had to take a bus. I didn't have a car at the time. And I'm walking, and I remember myself thinking you have to have this like sense of curiosity. It's like almost like there must be someone out there who is looking for what I have to offer. And it doesn't have to be like all those 100 million people who are looking for you. You know, when I started business, I only needed 2 people. I even needed one. I even like one of them could have. So I had to find like energetically connect to that one person so that person would find me. And then I had to step like a step forward towards that person, like by posting something online, posting like creating my website, like even if it's like a free and simple website, I still had to create it. And there is like you need just one person. Where is the camera? You need one person, just one, to hire you. Just one person whose wish matches your like whose like let's say you are like whose demand matches your what's the other demand supply, like you're a supplier and they are demander. So basically where all this matches, just one person, and that person exists somewhere in the world. Like in the relationship, you don't need to have like let's say I'm a woman, so let's say there are 8 billion people in the world, half of them are men, and let's say quarter of all the I don't have to reach all those quarter like 2 billion people to note I need to connect to one person, and I need to energetically connect, because there is definitely one person in the world who energetically matches. Like, what's the odds that there are none? And so I need to kind of step. I'm going to talk about other tools in other videos, but for the sake of this one, you just have to energetically connect to this one person. Like, and even if, like, after a couple months that person doesn't energetically matches, you either both grow together or you grow separately, and then again you have to start looking for someone else. But so yeah, so start where you are at the moment. Don't make those big castles and of a dream, because that's actually kind of killing your dream, which is another topic for another day. But just start because there is like a really, I don't know who said that, but there is like a really good saying: journey of the 1,000 uh, steps start, like, no, 100 no, 100-mile, like 1,000-mile journey start with a one step, with the first step. Because it's not going to start by you sitting on a couch. It's not going to start by you going in the opposite direction. It's not going to start by you just sitting there and not deciding whether to go this way or the other way. I remember one guy. I don't know. I watch so many people nowadays instead of TV. One guy said, even if you have a fork in the road, like fork in the road, and you choose you choose one of them, and you after a mile you realize that no, this is not for you, just go back and choose the second one. You always have a choice. Okay, sometimes those choices disappear when you choose one of those, but even like then you have a choice. It's not like you are locked up in a dungeon and the key has thrown out and no one can hear you scream. Then you really probably don't have much choice. And even then, I'm pretty sure we can find an exit for you. And that's another topic for another day. So yeah, start where you are. Where do you want to start? What direction? Like, you just need to have a slight inclination of what that direction has to be. Like for me, like business and job wise, was I just wanted to work online. I didn't care what it was at the time. I started to care over the time. So for example, when I worked with one of my with those two clients, after 6 months, I realized that one of those clients doesn't work for me. It became too hard for me to work for her. It was more like not what job she was giving me, but the energy of that didn't feel right. So I actually left her. I actually gave her notice, and that was it. And then for a while, I just worked for one, like I continued to work with that as a client. And after a year, during this year, actually, like other people contacted me through the same like post I put. I actually put that post again and again, because especially in social media, if you just leave post today, it's not going to be available. It's not that it's not going to be available in a month. It's basically everyone going to be piling up on top of it, and your post is just going to go to the bottom of the pile. So basically, use your awareness. Put it like out there. Put it out there that you're available, and kind of follow the energy of that. Like, you already have an like energy of how you want your life to be like when you are when you are kind of daydreaming about your relationship, about your business, about your body, even like working with the body. If you want to start to change something with the body, you don't need to buy most expensive gym membership and personal trainer and yoga pants or anything. Start where you are, even just like walk. Like my sister walks like every week, like really long distances. I haven't done it myself. I really want to. I actually started to change my kind of how I eat. But it's not like I'm going from, I'm a vegetarian, um, and I'm inclined towards like being vegan. But even that, it's not like one day I changed. It I've been vegetarian since 2007, and it's not like occasionally I had kind of piece of meat or something. I change it gradually. Like recently I bought couple cooking books for alkaline diet. So I started to do some recipes from that cookbook and introduce more alkaline food in my own diet. But it doesn't mean like I'm chuck everything out. Well, for some people it works. For me, it doesn't work. And so basically now more and more, I'm actually cooking more alkaline food. I eat maybe less sweets. I still eat it, but I used to eat a lot of sweets. And I know that lots of people, especially in like health industry, they basically kind of shame you and make you feel bad about not doing enough, not having like a rock hard abs and not running marathon every other month. And screw them, it's their choice. It's not like they started to run marathon like on a day one of the kind of new life. So basically start where you are. I bought myself like a treadmill. It's not a treadmill, it's one of those ski things. So when I have a time, I actually jump on it or go for a walk. And the more you do that, the more you kind of introduce that in your daily life, it becomes your daily life. So what else? What else? I think like 30 minutes is enough for the first episode. So yeah, start where you are. Make a list of like choose the area you wanna kind of not choose. You already know which area you want to work on. Like if you wanna have your own business or if you have a new job, make a list of things you can do. Make a list of things that like you like doing, and just see where you can start. Like that's all it takes. You just start, and nothing else is required. So thank you very much. And I'm going to see you again maybe on Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided yet. But I'm going to do some daily videos and with the tools. I'm probably going to do one after I finish with this one. And yeah, be happy. So what makes you happy? That's kind of topic for another time. But have fun, enjoy your life, and start where you are. There is like when you start to cook, when you need to go to bathroom, you don't just jump into the bathroom. You just basically like, for example, if I had to go now to bathroom, I just have to stand up and basically walk toward the bathroom. So start from here. Like what's around here? Where can you start here? Who can you talk to? Who can you message to? And just because, okay, that's a topic for another day. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again. Please like, share, subscribe, the usual stuff, and I'll see you soon again. Bye bye.